Dreamers, what's the deal, my people? How we doing out there on this lovely day that we live in? Huh? You all right? Excuse me for my aggression sometimes. Just excited to be here back with y'all again for another wonderful, wonderful episode of the Land of the Dreamers, man. Before we get into it, you know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask for everybody to go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now if you're watching this. Like the video just to tell the algorithm that it's, you know what I'm saying, some good content and you would like to see more of it. And last but not least, share it, man. Share it and then comment on it and tell me how wonderful of a job I'm doing or how terrible of a job I'm doing. Even if you don't like it, let's get some, you know what I'm saying, some input put in here on this channel. Anyways, today, man, we are going to be speaking on the good old world of parenting. That's right. This is about the good old hood, the parenthood, the fatherhood, man. Just something that's been on my mind. I've kind of wanted to come and do a video about about parenting, you know, about my kids, about my experience as a father. And to be honest, I've always wanted to do a channel about it. I've had this welcome to the hood, you know what I'm saying, idea for like years now. You know, basically like a podcast or a channel about parenthood or fatherhood, and, you know, specifically fatherhood, because, you know, I don't think that fathers, especially melanated fathers, have a platform or, you know, a place where we get to express what it's like to be a melanated father in this world. Some of the things that we face, the things that we feel, you know, all kind of things that we go through. Kind of like a open forum, a vulnerability type of thing, you know, just kicking it about our perspectives as fathers in this world. And I've always been putting it off as like waiting for other people to, you know, willing to do it with me, trying to set it up, trying to set this up, that up. So without further ado, this is the very first episode, the pilot episode, or whatever you want to call it. You know, I'm definitely going to do more of these. And if y'all love it, y'all like it, y'all will, you know, push for more of it, and we'll make this bigger like I've been planning on doing it before. But step one. Anyways, parenting. Here we go. So I'm a father of 3 for anyone who doesn't know. I have 3 wonderful children, 2 daughters and a son. My oldest daughter is 10 years old. She was born in 2013. My son is 5 years old. He was born in 2018. And my youngest is 2. She'll be 3 in just like a week or 2. And she was born 2021. So that is my spectrum of parenting right there. Been doing this thing for a decade now. You feel me? And it's crazy. Like, time really does go by like super, super fast. And kids are like the greatest measuring stick for that. Because like, you remember the day when they were born. Like, it's almost like that's like one of them etched moments in like your memory that will never leave. If you were like present there or not present there. I was present for the first 2 births of my children, and the last one I wasn't. But all of them are still like, I remember all the moments. I remember them like growing. I remember all of these processes. I'm going through their stages of becoming just a growing human being. And it's fascinating, but it makes you realize like, holy crap, like it's been 10 years, it's been 5 years, it's been 3 years since I've had my youngest. And it's like, you be just measuring like, what have I done in this time? Or, you know, just like, where has life gone sometimes? So like, those are your best measurements, because like we older, so it just feel like time going by faster. Or, you know what I'm saying, we sometimes be like just stuck in these moments that like we don't always get to measure like how fast time going by, but they definitely help you realize that. Yeah, that is like the first big thing, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I've been in this for a decade, man, and I've learned a lot of stuff about the world, and more so about myself, from my children. Like, I think they are like the biggest teachers of just life, like life understanding, patience, like, it's so much that, like, being a parent actually teaches you, like, when you're an active parent. I don't really know, because I am an active parent. I can't say if you're an inactive parent, 'cause I wouldn't know. But for the times where I haven't been there, because I'm with neither of my children's mom, heck, when I'm not able to be active, it kind of, like, pushed me hard to, like, grind more, because, like, you know, I want to be active more. So maybe I do know a little bit. Just a tad bit. But, yeah, man, this video I'm just gonna give y'all just, you know, a big breakdown of everything. What really made me, like, prompt me to want to come get this, do this video today, was my youngest baby girl. This weekend, Izzy is what we call her. And she is now coming at the end stage of her 2 and going into 3. And, like, now she's in her attitude stage, boy, and it is something to marvel at. It is something to be, like, it's just something to see, like, how stubborn she can be. And, like, she's a daddy's girl by, like, the greatest measure, like the highest amount. Like, she is all for daddy. But when she give me her little attitude, and, like, now I'm, like, starting to get into, like, the discipline stage with her, or having to see myself being more authoritative to her, and it's hurting her little feelings, and it hurts my feelings too, when she get to crying, or I'm not giving her something because, like, she wants it just that way. And you know, me having to stand on business and be like, no, baby, that's not how I go, or, you know, cutting it to her about something. Yeah, it's definitely a growing thing with me. Like, I'm that dad that, like, I don't want to see you cry. You know what I'm saying? I want to give you everything you got. I set things up to where they're always comfortable by having things that I know kids want in, you know, in plentifulness, like, you know, toys and games, always giving them something to do, always just trying to, you know, snacks always on deck, you know, whenever they hungry, I, you know, try to give them something to eat. But then I just realized, like, you know, when you be too nice, or too, like, hey, you know, trying to cater to them, like, they will take advantage of that shit. Kids is smart, boy, and they will get you if you allow them to. And she is definitely, like, I feel like she knows where she can get me. She knows where the cries work. She knows where the sad face will work. It's the most hilarious thing, because, like, when she wants something, she'll ask, like, 50 times back to back to back, and if you don't give it to her, she is not gonna stop. See, daddy, I want juice. Okay, baby, don't give me a minute, not right now. But I want juice. Daddy, I want juice. And it's just like, okay, hold on, mama, I'm gonna give it to you with your food. Daddy, I want you. Like, it's just not gonna stop. And I just find myself going through these phases where I'm, like, really trying to like, find the good balance between giving them what they want, because I'm you know, the fun dad, and, you know, dad gonna always give it to you, and being like, hey, nah, enough is enough. So I'm really having this internal battle with that. And, like, she is, like, my son, I kind of, like, better at it with him now because he's older. He'll throw his fits, but I'm just kind of like, all right, son, you're gonna get over it. But she is, like, that's my big girl, so she still has that, like, that tug on me to where I kind of be wanting to give her what she wants all the time. But, like, now I'm like, you know, now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, like, y'all gotta chill, because literally, like, they'll get me to cook food, she'll eat, like, a quarter of it, and then she won't, like, eat no more of it. I'm like, you just begged me for that the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm trying to get my sternness in there. Seeing her and her brother get into it all the time, it's so funny to see that, because, like, I remember growing up with my siblings and us just being into it. Like, I have 11 actual brothers and sisters through my mom and dad. So between my mom and dad, it's 11 of them. And then my dad had 2 kids before he met my mom. So I got a brother and a sister there. And then I have 4 stepsisters. My dad and my stepmom not together no more. I still claim in my heart, even though, you know what I'm saying, we can't have our beefs at time. You know, they don't really like me that much. But, you know, I still claim them as my sister. So, a wide range. You add that up and tell me how many that is. Yeah, so with that, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so with that, like I always like we used to have like basically like cliques and gangs in my own household. Like this before like the streets even like got to us. Like there used to be groups in the house, like either by age or by whoever just got along with each other. Like you getting jumped in my household. Like I'm dead serious. I've been jumped in my own household by my 3 little brothers. This is not a game. Like so, like growing up in my house was like sibling rivalry was always something that I grew up understanding because, like I said, I have so many siblings. And then, I mean, the fights between my sisters and my brothers, like, I think I had more fights with my sisters than I did with my brothers. Well, not my older brother, he did beat my ass all the time until he got older, and now he can't see me. But when we was kids, boy, he used to mangle me. So, like, just growing up, like, I just always remember that rivalry. But the love that we have for each other, and even though, like, sometimes, like, we're not kids or whatever, the love we have for each other now, and just being there for one another, like, seeing that with them two. And then when my oldest daughter comes around, because she has another mom, it's, like, the most beautiful thing to see, when they're interacting with each other, loving on each other, but they always fighting with each other, always screaming, always, taking something from one another, and they're not sharing, they're wanting to share, and it's just always me being like, hey, cut it out, or, sometimes I just let them go through it, because I'm like, look, this is what y'all gonna go through for the rest of y'all life. So also finding the balance with that, man, of like, just letting the kids be kids, and knowing they gonna knock heads and bump heads and get into this, and, but they love each other so much, bro, and they protect each other so much, all 3 of them, and my son has been like that about Tatum since, like, he's been born, like, before he could even walk, like, I mean, like, well, he was walking in, but I remember times where I was, like, wrestling or playing around with Tatum, and he would, like, little diaper on, just coming trying to hit me, like, fighting me, like, get off my sister, and, like, he like that with Izzy, too, like, you do anything to her, I say anything to her, making her cry, he'll, like, what you do to my sister? Like, he literally asked me that, what you do to my sister? What's good? Like, what you say to her? Like, he'll say things like, she can watch that or she can have that. I'm like, boy, I'm her daddy. Like, who are you telling, like, that she can? Yeah, but I'm just saying. Like, so I just love that, what I'm saying? Because, like, it's a natural, just, like, protecting and love that they have for one another. And it's beautiful to see, even though they get on each other's nerves. And I can see him always, like, my son now, he's in his face. I got to stop him from hitting her because he always want to, like, she'll get on his nerves. And he'll be like, ugh. I'll be like, well, she was just annoying me so much. And, but she do be annoying sometimes. I'll be sitting my daughter, she'll go over there and get the shaking her booty on his head. And be like, look, better than my booty. But she's the same way about him. Like, I say something to him and he'll get the fuss and be mad. Or I tell him don't do something or sit down. And she, don't say that to my brother. Don't say that to my brother. Their wake up times, like, she'll wake up and she'll just be looking for him. Like, where's my brother? Like, he was in the bathroom this morning, and she woke up while he was in the bathroom, and she was just like, where my brother at? And like, oh, dang, you're a daddy. So it's just beautiful. It's amazing. He's the same way with her. He'd creep in her face and be trying to kiss her while she's still sleeping. So I love from a perspective of a father being able to see that, seeing them grow up together, and love each other. Because when you in it as a kid, you don't really like, you don't pay attention to like how you really feeling about your sibling, or like the thing you was going through, like knocking heads or getting into it, and you just think, oh, they so annoying, and you thinking all these things in your head. But like from an outside perspective, with me being such an observant person, I just observe it in a different perspective. Like, man, it's just dope. It's just dope to see. Even like the way it is with Tatum when she comes. She's a lot older, so she definitely gets annoyed with Carter, like, a lot. He gets on her nerves. I be seeing it, and he do. Like, he's very annoying of a brother, but, like, I be telling him, like, that's what little brothers do. Now, I used to get on my sister and them nerves. Like, that's why he used to be beating me up. And I even tell him sometimes, like, you better start chill with Tatum, like, she gonna beat you up. And, like, the other day, like, she popped him in the mouth or something because he kept, like, doing something. And he was like, Daddy, Tatum hit me in the lip. And I'm like, we'll hit her back. I really didn't know what to do. Like, it's your sister. I told you she would, like, if you keep messing with her, she's going to get you. Like, she's bigger. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it's, it's fun. It's like one of the most amazing things to see. It's frustrating too at times. Um, like going through it, there's a lot of times where I just gotta breathe. I try not to yell at them much, or be aggressive or anything of that nature. They be trying me, definitely. They definitely try me like I'm a sucker out here in these streets. And I think it's funny because like I'm typically not one to like, let somebody do that, of an adult nature. But like with my kids, like they know they can test my blood, and they definitely do it. But also at the same time, like I be trying just to understand, like not to continue negative cycles, that I experienced growing up, because I experienced a lot of verbal, physical abuse growing up, and so I'm not very physical with them. I rarely, if ever, spank them. I guess I can be kind of like threatening enough for my activity, or I know how to like take things from them to make them feel it, rather than, what I'm saying? Because I always feel like, striking or doing something else, all it really, like a lot of times what it just instill is what it instills is fear. Instill fear in them from of you, and not necessarily like an understanding of why something is a certain way. Kids takes time to understand certain things. Sometimes they got to go through it, or even you have to go through it. Your parents told you a million things and you didn't listen, and then you seen that they was true further on down the line. And so like, I mean, with me, with that, having an understanding, and then like even with things like when I realize like, I'll yell or I get frustrated at something, like with them being children, they're going to continue to do it over and over again, or they're going to do it again. They're going to do something I told them not to do, or something like that. And I just remember shit, my daddy, my mama, my parents growing up telling me not to do this over and over again, or didn't I tell you this, or didn't I tell you that, or it's like, yeah, but like I don't know why I didn't really understand it. You know what I'm saying? So even like when they was frustrated or yelling, or even when they like I may have took the disciplines, it took to like for me to actually understand why I was not supposed to do that before I actually stopped doing it. So like for me as a parent, I kind of put it in perspective of like, I'm not going to allow this to continue to frustrate me when I know they're just doing it because they're a kid. Like, okay, so I know I have to put in my disciplines and my ways of not getting them to do these things, or, what I'm saying? But like, that's my job as a parent, to be patient with this young child who doesn't know these things, to instill these things in them, and to continue to try to instill these things. And I mean, like, even now, like I give them these big perspectives and things, like deep things about like life. And I try to teach my son about like not lingering in problems, to be a person that thinks about solutions. And when you encounter a problem, don't focus on the problem, understand the problem and then work towards a solution, be solution based. And he don't understand half of none of what I'm saying right now at this point, but like I continue to instill it in him, because like I know further down the line, like when he grows into an adult and he starts to face problems, he'll know. Like me, for myself, I have this mentality after like several readings, reading the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, a few other books and stuff like that. Like what I learned is that like problems happen, problems are going to occur, problems are a part of life. There's ups and downs, like it's literal, like a part, the law of polarity. There's up and down. Like there's just, if there's going to be good, there's going to be bad. If there's going to be happiness, if there's going to be solutions in life, or triumphs in life, there's going to be problems and tribulations that you had to overcome. So it's like, if you know that cycle, understand, okay, problems going to be there. But let's not focus on like, oh, there's all these problems. No, let's focus on how often you get to come up with new solutions, how often you're able to test yourself and figure out more things. So like, not saying I fall in love with having problems, but I have accepted that problems are a part of life, and I've fallen in love with coming up with the solutions though, because I always know that I can, I always know that I will, I always know that God got me, God covers me, He ain't gonna let me fall or falter. So it's like, yo, let's shake it, let's see, like, okay, go another thing, how can I overcome this? And it makes me a stronger person each time. So those little things I try to instill in them, try to put into them, when I'm talking to him about certain things, in hopes that further on down the line, he'll one day it'll click. Oh, okay, look, solutions, and it'll get him to things that I struggled to get through because nobody gave me that perspective. You know, I had to go out and find it myself. But um, yeah. Flip note. It's dope to just be in that perspective of seeing it from the outside, seeing them love each other, seeing them, and I just like it's like crazy. It's crazy. Like damn, this is amazing. This is beautiful. But I kind of got off of what actually was my focus of what made me want to do this video. My younger baby girl, like me and her are in our super love you stage. You know what I mean? Like, and I was realizing this yesterday. She was sitting there, she was in my face, and we was just smiling, and I was just looking at her, and I was just saying to myself, man, I love this little girl, bro. Like, I just love her so much, and it just like made me. Actually, I was laying down, and she was like looking. And this is another time because it happened like several times as we got getting intense, and she was like sitting there, she was looking at me. And she just said it, and she'll get like real excited when she like gets to like be next to me. If she watching her tablet and she like got the cover, she'll put it over herself and she'll look back and she'll be just excited. And I think she like leaned in, she kissed me, and I'm just like, bro, this girl just like loves the fuck out of me, bro. Like it is just crazy. And my son, you know, he does the same thing. He'll come hop out the car, he'll hug me. You know, me and my son had that phase too. And I'm saying this is funny because when she was asleep, there's another like random moment she was asleep, and like. She'll always, you know, she does it with her mom too, but she'll always like, if she realizes she's not next to us, like after a while, she'll like come try to like, you know, find a body to be next to. And so I was laying there and I was next to her, and like she was asleep though, eyes closed, sleep, and she just like, I was like sitting just looking at her, and she smiles. She smiles so big in her sleep. She just like, and she's asleep, and she's just smiling, and she's in my face, and like she has her arm like around the back of my head, and I kiss her on her forehead while she's asleep, and she just goes. Like, puckers her, just moves her lips, and I kiss her, and she just, and she's sleep, and it's just like, bro, like, I was just like, man, like, this is like, and I just referred it to like, this is the love. Like, I guess I've been single for a minute, and I'm just like, yo, this is like, this is the love that I know is real in this world. You feel me? Like. There's nothing better than that. There's nothing purer than that. There's nothing like, I don't know, like, that was like, it's crazy because I felt in love at that moment. Like, I was in love with my daughter, bro. And I think I said it to myself, like, Brian, in love with this little girl, bro. Like, I love her so freaking much. And I just realized, like, that's just the feeling in life that I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, just that pureness of, like, no, I just look at you and, like, oh, just love you. You know what I'm saying? And then it also made me understand, like, with relationships, and, like, this is kind of everything being full circle. Like, even, like, with love when it comes to relationships, it's, like, you're not always going to be in that happy moment, man. You're not always going to, like, sometimes you're going to look at that person, they're going to get on your mother. Nerves, because especially being the person that doesn't come from you, but like that's what love is. Love is being persistent through them annoying times, or being persistent in times where you just want to knock a motherfucking head off because you ain't listening to me. It's like, dang. And I just feel like my kids have taught me love. Like, they taught me what like real love is. Because when you dealing with other people, like people outside of like your creation. A lot of times you don't exude as much patience with them. You don't exude as much understanding with them as you do with your children, or, you know, whatever the case that love extension of you is. You don't exude as much, you know, of that patience or love or unconditionalness with it. And it's two ways, you know, in that. So I'm not saying that like, you just not giving it, it's not received sometimes too. And but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what love is. It's like in its purest form. It's like do you make it through those? Like do you love a person enough to be like I commit to you through all of it, because love isn't always just good. Love is sometimes annoying, sometimes frustrating. Do I love you through that, or do I just love you when things are good? Um, can after you get on my nerves and we argue, can I look at your face when you look at me and I still, you get on my nerves? I love you so much. You know what I mean? Because my kids will do that. They'll get on your nerves and, oh my God, you frustrate me. But, go sit your butt down. Hey, I love you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know. So they teach you so much. They teach me so much, man. Patience, love, um, understanding. My son teaches me a million things about myself. Even like just this weekend, I saw him getting a little frustrated with his sister, and it just made me, because he's so much like me, it made me see myself and how I react when I get frustrated. And it made me just want to teach him better, teach him the right way. I am, I say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I'm an old dog. So I am trying to revert old habits. I've come a long way, but apparently not as far as I need to be. But it does give me that chance to be like, okay, like I won't just, because for me growing up, like certain things, certain reactions, certain actions were what you were supposed to do. Was what, if you didn't do that, like you're gonna be frowned upon by this, you know what I'm saying? People, with this family. And then for myself, I grew up and like ran into a lot of issues because of my learnings and my temperament. And for my son, I want him to be more of an understander. Like I try to be now, so I want him to like just to lead with that through life, because it's in his DNA, for me and his mother, to be a little bit of fiery at times. So, trying to give him those tips and things like that. But like it helps me see myself, because he is so much like me. Like when I say my son is a replication of me, like he looks like me, look just like me, look like his mama too, but the boy look just like me. The longness of my head, the fullness of my lips, my nose. I mean, I don't know. He got my eye color. I think my eyes are a little bit lighter than his, maybe. But I mean, he probably don't got as big of a forehead as I do. My daughter Izzy, she definitely got the the crater. You might have missed that one. But the eyebrow. I mean, listen, he's left-handed like me. It's not a whole lot that I can say he's not like me yet. And it's a great thing, because it's almost like that second chance of like being able to teach him the things that I feel like my father may not have taught me. Heck, I get a chance to see if the way I would have wanted to be raised was the right way to be raised. You know what I mean? And whether it will help his mentality or help his life or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Because I base a lot of how I raise my children based off of how I was raised, and what was likes and dislikes and things like that. Things I felt like worked and things I felt like didn't work. And because there's no rule book to this parenting junk, so I definitely try not to put my 2 cents in too much in nobody's like parenting, unless I feel like the child is in harm. Because like I said, ain't no rules to it. So hey, how you play it is how you play it. That's yours. I'm one, like I don't like nobody saying nothing like about mine or what I'm doing. This is their mother's, because I always take in their input. But like I definitely won't don't find me doing that, because hey, who say I'm doing it right? You know what I mean? Because sometimes the way my kids talk to me, I be like, my daddy would have killed you if you just even like had that thought in your head. He would have punched you in your chest. So there's levels to this, but they teach me so much, keep me focused, keep me motivated. I could definitely be complacent in life. Definitely be complacent on my goals. Like I tell people, I've lived an amazing life up to this point. Very fun, very lit, as the kids say these days. But I'm at a point where, like, you know, I want it to be lit wealth wise, you know, and I can make this generational wealth and like build for my children and things like that. Lit in a structural way, you know, taking care of things, taking care of debts, taking care of all kind of stuff, just to be in a better position for them in the future. So yeah, that's really just like just the things that they give me, man. So much more. And this is not just like the one and only episode where I'm gonna talk about it, because like I said, I've been doing this for a decade. So I mean, it's so many things. Like I want to come and kick it. Man, we kick it about just raising them, disciplining your children. Like, you know, small tidbits that I just given little pieces of what, you know, that is what it like. Definitely what it's like to be a father. The pressures. Hell, the relationships with my kids' mothers, I want to get into, you know, addressing stuff like that. You know, and like I said, if y'all rocking with it, you know, we'll figure it out and we'll find out about what the algorithms say. But I definitely wanted to come and just express that little piece of a moment, that little love for my children and for being a father. If I could do something full time and get paid for it, it would be that. They don't pay you for it though, unfortunately. That's another reason why, like, I kind of like would love to monetize myself as like the family man, because then maybe they would pay me for it. You know what I mean? And I can stay home all day and parent. Which is not like, it's not a super difficult thing, but it's a part of your life. You know what I'm saying? And when you learn to accept it, you'll learn to accept the frustrations that come with it, the woos and the whys. You know, you'll learn to work how to like. I think like what I realized is how to set myself up for success as a parent. To help myself like not be frustrated. So like, I don't overspend when I don't have my kids, so I can't overspend when I do. Meaning, me being broke is never an excuse when I got my kids. If I was able to do something for my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was able to go clubbing or go do something, or go, like, if you're able to do this, you bet, like, I got a whole budget you gotta have to put, you know what I'm saying, for them. So, like, that's how I try not to have them go without anything. I'm not a celebrator of holidays. I don't celebrate holidays. I don't celebrate Christmas, stuff like that, so they don't get, like, that big day of gifts or stuff like that, like, on their birthday or something like that. But, like, other than that, like, whenever you see me, we can probably go afford a toy. Whenever we see them, we're gonna always be able to go, so, you know what I'm saying, or enjoy, or, you know, food gonna be plenty for snacks, like, so it don't ever feel like, dang, like, we were broke, you know what I mean? Like, just because of, like I said, I experienced it, so, like, I just eventually learned how to compartmentalize. Like, once bills taken care of, like, I'm good. I didn't thug it to the point where, like, all I had was a blunt for a month, you feel me? Like, so, well, for them, like, I can go ahead, I can do that, I can struggle, I ain't gotta be, you know what I'm saying, fresh and flashy, but I can provide that for them. I'm good with that, you know what I mean? You know, you could be flying school, your daddy would be bummy, you know what I mean? So, stuff like that, type shit. Man, yeah, man, kicking about everything, bro. Deep thoughts, deep everything. I think after a while, like, after I get to talking, I just get to rambling. Like, sometimes it'd be hard. Like, I usually don't have this structured, so it just be like me remembering the stuff that, like, I wanted to say, or stuff that I want to talk about, or I just get into it and just get to flowing. And so sometimes I find these pockets where I just be like, yo, what's next? And I see this is why people have hosts, and they have, like, people, even if it's just like them on the podcast, they have a person that's there and, like, keeps them with the agenda and keep things going on like that. Yeah, I got a laptop sitting right here next to me. No notes, no nothing. It's just here for aesthetics. Y'all can't even see it. It's just here. So one day I'm gonna get my life together, but we're gonna grow this, man. I definitely love talking about my children. I definitely want to continue to develop this concept just for all parents out there, you know what I'm saying, with different perspectives and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't come across it. It's probably out there somewhere. They got a podcast about every damn thing. So I'm pretty sure they got one, but they ain't got one like this. So welcome to the motherfucking hood. Gang gang. Anyways, yeah, but that's this episode, man. This little light episode of parenting. We're gonna be back. We're gonna have these episodes definitely more often. Like I said, y'all get in that comment section. Let me know some more things y'all want to talk about. Give me direction on where to head to. Some issues you address as being a parent or being a father, and we'll sit here and we'll chop it up. You know what I mean? Like good old lunch meat for a salad. But anyways, my people, I am about to hop into doing some other content. So if you see me with the same outfit on, just know, you know what I mean, the day ain't been that long. I'll be trying. I promise you I do. And I think I'll be doing pretty good at it. So if y'all feel like I don't. Anyways. Oh, man. Wishing y'all the best. Everybody in their prosperous days. But y'all know the motto. Until next time. Peace. Why my peace be looking like that? Like it's a gang sign. I gotta change that. Oh, shit. Peace. Love and dreams. I'll see y'all again. So that's big dreams. I got a big head. You feel me? Y'all know what it is. Hit me with the sign one time.